I started writing for this album probably midway through the Riot album cycle. It was just at random times on the road. I can remember like our song "Feeling Sorry." I started writing that riff in the middle of the Jimmy Eat World tour, and it just came to me one day on the bus. Once we were finished with the final Riot tour, we headed home for a while and took a good break, spent time with our family and friends, and I think that really inspired me. Being home, just missing playing shows, I really wanted to just write songs.
Josh is an amazing writer. He has endless creativity, and a lot of the way Josh is kind of weird, because you'll sit there and he won't look like he has an idea for anything, and then out of nowhere he'll just start he won't even tell you about something that is so awesome. He'll just start playing it and wait to hear what you say about it. He can write any kind of music, any kind of, it has totally different vibes and stuff like that. And he's good with all parts too, whether it's like helping Zach come up with like drum parts, or or bass lines, or helping Taylor with guitars, and even melodies and stuff like that. He somehow can see it all in his head.
Yeah, it was definitely a blessing getting to write on this record, just because Josh and Haley are perfect together. They're like the ultimate writing team or whatever. But it was really cool. I feel like I was almost just in the right places at the right times, and was able to have input and creative ideas on some songs.
Haley would come over and write, and some days we would have absolutely nothing, and other days we would just nail a song in one hour, and it's just amazing. Once again, Haley has written about life experiences, and I really feel like anybody can connect with what's on this record, and at the same time, like, not only will they feel like, yeah, I've been through that too, but I feel like she kind of offers hope in her lyrics just by, putting some positive lyrics in there as well.
Haley's lyrics are awesome. They're some of my favorite lyrics that I ever hear anyone write or sing or anything, because it's always really what she's going through, and I think that's why so many people relate to everything she writes about, is because it's real and it happens to everyone,
Haley's lyrics for this record are pretty personal as far as the band goes. It's and kind of touchy, and it was definitely groundbreaking, I think, for our band, because she wrote a lot of the songs about us and how we made her feel unwanted and kind of like a reject, which is definitely really personal. But when we heard those lyrics, we're like, it's basically her kind of venting about us to us, and it was groundbreaking, because without the song being written, I don't think we would have ever talked about it and really worked it out.
This record's been a lot about our relationship as a band and struggles with friendships, and a lot about growing up, just because we're at that age, I feel like it's really us at a very honest state, and we're not trying to pretend to be something that we're not.
So once Haley and I kind of got a few songs down, we rented out a rehearsal space in Franklin, and the four guys would just go jam on songs every day, and Haley would come in a little later just so we would have something for her to sing to.
If you just do one, like stay on the same chord, and we'll do it either Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. Oh, no, it needs to change, doesn't it?
So once we headed out here to Rob's house, it all started to come together just so naturally, because I think whenever we work with Rob, he gets our chemistry and we work really well with him. And he just let our band breathe and do our thing, and that's what we were really looking for in a producer.
We made the journey to Malibu, or Calabasas, really, and recorded out there for what we thought was going to be a really long time. It ended up being 5 weeks, and that's because Rob is the man, and he was fun. He was always there, but at the same time, he never let his role get in the way of our position. When you listen to it, I think you'll really hear the energy of each of us, and I don't think you'll ever hear a moment on the record that's like overproduced or too much, you know, and that's because Rob was always there to guide us, but he never pulled us in any direction. He was great. I would definitely work with him again. He's awesome.
He made amazing food. That was probably one of the best things about it, is he's like the most insane cook.
Rob Cavallo, he's one of a kind. He's a really cool dude. He's really open to trying things, and you know, I mean, I played a magazine on the record. I hit a magazine because he's like, come on, let's just try stuff. Let's just have fun. And so there's no limit with him. So if you want to try something, if you want to bring a zebra in to just make a noise on a record, I mean, he's like, let's do it. Yeah, it makes no sense, I know, but you'd probably be okay with it.
It's so easy to be scatterbrained, and like whenever you're trying to work on a song, overthink it, and he's really good about keeping us in here just saying, look guys, it's rock and roll, like don't overthink it, because once you overthink it, it just turns into a mess. And so he's really, really good about keeping his arms wrapped around the whole thing. It was amazing, something that no matter what happens with the band or with anything, I'll take this with me and remember that forever for sure, because it was a blast, and we learned a lot from Rob too. He's a really good teacher.
You can't be too careful anymore when all that is waiting for you won't come any closer. You've got to reach out. Can't be too careful anymore when all that is waiting for you won't come any closer. You've got to reach out more.
It was awful. We started out and I was like, this is fun. Right when we got to the first verse, I was like, oh my gosh. It's like I've not done this in forever. Getting back into it. I don't know how I'm going to do that live. I'm going to just turn me up really loud and just play really quiet. No, I'm not going to do that. I just need to warm up. Play some hoops. I think I need to shoot a hoop.
We all have like a little bit of like basketball in us, but we're all like awful. We're terrible, but we all like really wish we could play. So it's like the first thing, we drive up to Rob's studio, and there's just a huge patio area just with a massive basketball goal, and we're just like, yes!
Hey guys, we're the layup triangles.